Welcome back to the next episode of the Ultimate Q&A. That's why I'm calling it Q&A Ultimate. Not Smash Ultimate, Ultimate Q&A. You thought Smash was about to be good? No. Well, Smash is gonna be good. But yeah, here we are with part 2 of this series. If you guys missed part 1, check it out, peep it. We're going through answering every single possible question you guys could have ever possibly asked me, and having a fantastic time doing it. We literally have like 60 questions here on this Twitter post. Thank you guys so much for asking these questions, because it's going to mean a lot more Q&As, which means a lot more content, which is good because your boy's out of town when you guys are seeing this, and we don't have any Pokemon projects going on right now, so I'm just trying to bring some different stuff for you guys. And honestly, if you guys want to see like some different stuff like this more than just now, let me know, because I'm having a great time recording this Q&A, even though it's not Pokemon focused. Like, I'm having a fantastic time. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. Anyways, let's continue on. We left off with Sammy Phantom. Thank you so much for your question. They said, what's your favorite series of all that you've made? Mine personally was the Diamond and Pearl Soul Link. Oh goodness, that's so difficult. I love a lot of the series that I've done for a bunch of different reasons. Like, in terms of my solo projects, my favorite series would probably be Crystal, just because of the fact that it's the most recent. I really like the editing that I was able to pull off in that series. The series was kind of somewhat consistent. So I thought I did a great job with it. I was really happy about that. And also, spoiler alert, we ended off with a W in that Nuzlocke. So that's probably one of my favorite solo projects right now, but I would have to say overall I prefer collabs, just in general, so I don't want to throw in a solo project here as my all-time favorite, but when it comes to collabs, that's really difficult to choose from, because of course you have the co-op with Ryan, which, by the way, if all goes to plan, we're going to be starting up the co-op podcast, the live co-op podcast, on October 17th. It's going to be a weekly thing on my channel, so look out for that. That's going to be absolutely incredible. But anyways, I would definitely have to consider the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon co-op with Ryan, because that series was just pure fun, man. Like, we were super inconsistent with it. We never even paid attention to the game, but literally it was just so much fun to hang out and talk to my boy, and so many crazy things happened in that series. It was just absolutely ridiculous. But on that same note, the three-way versus, as you guys are acquainted with, that project is so much fun too, because Dylan's a part of it. We're able to all hang out, just a big collective group, and that's just so much fun to record too. But then on top of that, there's Soul Link, and we've had so many great things in Soul Link. It really is impossible to choose, I think, especially when you look at the collaborative projects, just because of the fact that each one has its own charm, its own reason why I love it. If I had to choose like favorite Soul Link, I'd probably say Black and White is my favorite Soul Link. Either Black and White or Diamond and Pearl. Those two series were just super iconic. Red 721 was a ton of fun too, but in terms of Black and White and Diamond and Pearl, there was just something special about those series. We had so many just incredible moments, and they also were longer, so there were more just amazing moments. If we're talking about three-way versus, obviously there's only one of them, so I'd have to go with the one that we've done. There are more coming up, though. We're going to be doing a season 2 as soon as I get back from these trips on the 22nd. Well, it's not going to be starting on the 22nd, but as soon as I get back, we're going to be working on starting up a new one, so look out for that. And then obviously when it comes to the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon co-op, that was its own beast. So I don't know, it's really tough. It's really tough. It's gonna be my response to that. Young Cindatrill, how you doing, my boy? How you doing? He says, have you ever thought of doing a Penta OP with your group, Vinny, Ryan, Keyshawn, Dobbs, and yourself? That would be awesome. The only problem with big projects like that is literally just scheduling, to get everybody involved and to get everybody's schedules to align. We're all at very different stages in our life. Like, Vinny is working full-time with YouTube. Ryan is in college and doing YouTube. Keyshawn is in college. Dobbs, he's doing his stuff full-time, and I'm pretty sure he's still in college, or maybe not. I honestly don't know. I think he graduated, though, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously me, the young boy, I'm chilling in high school still, trying to make content as well. So to get all of our schedules to line up for a 5-person playthrough is really difficult right now. So if we were to do a big project like that, we'd have to do it in the summer. But yes, I would absolutely love to do a project like that at some point. Shaman said, any advice for a super tiny YouTuber wanting to get serious about YouTube as a job? Shaman, the best way to go about that, well, Okay, it's kind of hard to answer a question like that because when I started YouTube, I definitely didn't do it with the whole I'm going to make this my job thing in mind. Obviously, it kind of became my job. I mean, this is how I make money as of right now. I'm not full-time or anything because I'm still going to school, still living with my parents, obviously. But I didn't really go into it with that mindset, you know, so I can't really say much about that. But what I can say, if you want to grow your channel, if you want to try and grow an audience, if you want to try and make the best possible content you can possibly make, just go out there, always try to be improving. I would recommend not investing a lot of money into it unless you're confident you're going to stick with it and keep going, because a lot of people spend a lot of money on really good equipment and then they don't continue and they don't keep making content, so they just end up wasting all of it. I would highly recommend that. That's a tip that I feel like people don't tell you a lot about. Be careful with that. Like, obviously you want to always be improving, obviously you want to make the best possible stuff you can, but make sure you give it a test run first before you just drop a couple $100 or even $1,000 on a computer or whatever it may be, you know. So yeah, I'd recommend just always try to be improving, always try to be doing your best, always try to get better at commentating and editing and that kind of stuff. Try to streamline your process, stay organized, try to be consistent with your stuff. I would stick to a schedule, or I would make a schedule that's pretty lightweight in the beginning. That way you just know you can stick to it. I know I'm not much to be talking about sticking to schedules, but you should set a low bar for yourself. That way it's easy to hit, easy to maintain, and then add more as you get into the groove of things. And obviously just networking really helps a lot. Try to get a community, try to make friends, and just interact with as many people as possible. That's definitely my best advice. Anyways, Shaman has another question though. Shaman said, have you ever wanted to do a new activity on your channel but chickened out because it's different? Is there any content that you want to introduce to your channel coming soon or not soon? I feel like this has happened to me before. In the past 4.5 years that I've been doing YouTube, there's a good chance that's happened to me, to where I've wanted to do something, but then I thought, the people wouldn't really like this. Like, I can't think of a specific example, but I'm certain it's happened to me before with some sort of content. I know there have been times when I've chosen to shiny hunt on stream as opposed to playing a game that I really wanted to play, just because the game that I really wanted to play was kind of niche, you know. So yeah, that's definitely happened before, but for the most part, when I have a good idea, when I want to be creative about something, I just go for it. And usually, luckily enough, you guys are more than happy to support whatever I aim to do. Like, when it comes to these Q&As, literally, I just thought to do this on a whim. Like, I was basically just like, okay, I need content, Q&A, let's do it. That was basically my mindset going into this, and luckily you guys still support like crazy, so thank you so much. That, honestly, your support on everything that I do, regardless of whether it's Pokemon content, regardless of whether it's a collab, regardless of whether, you know, whatever it may be, regardless of whatever it is, the fact that you guys still support me is what allows me to not like get locked into one type of content, you know. I distinctly remember there was an I Am Bread live stream we did, like, I don't know, a year ago at this point, and that stream had more viewers and more support than a like typical shiny hunting live stream, and it was freaking I Am Bread. Like, I literally was just sitting there fumbling around with a piece of bread, and it wasn't even like when the game was popular too. Like, it was like 2 years after the game had actually boomed. And then in terms of there being any content that I want to introduce to your channel coming soon, I want to do more VR stuff. It's just getting that to work fluidly and work efficiently is kind of tough. Also trying to figure out like the whole audio situation, and there's a lot of technical stuff that has to go into it, but I would absolutely love to do more of the mixed reality stuff, because I feel like that's just fun, and it'd be cool to do some more live streams of that. Anyways, moving on, we have insert Halloween name here with the question. He says, is ice milk an instrument? Yes, it is. Justin said, why are you so cool? Oh, thank you, man. Thanks, man. I mean, I think it's because of my mascot being an ice type. I mean, that probably helps a little bit. Hashtag AstroidMerch.shop, the best merch of the game. You already know what's up. In all honesty, though, I don't really consider myself to be quote-unquote cool. I have my group of friends, and we chill and we hang out, but I'm not like one of the popular kids or anything like that. I mean, I sit in my bedroom and talk to a camera and play Pokemon. I mean, not that that's not cool. I mean, that's literally the best thing in the world. I love doing it. But I'm just saying, from like a outside perspective, it's probably not the coolest thing in the world. But I have a good time doing it, and moral of the story, if you love it, no matter how quote-unquote cool it is, go for it. I don't know why this turned into a moral lesson, but yeah, thank you for your question, Justin. I appreciate it, man. The Gly guy said, why are you a pickle? I'm not. Lobster Bisque said, why haven't you seen Dragon Ball? Well, the main reason is because I just simply don't have the time. It's a really long show, and your boy honestly doesn't have time to watch much anime right now, but I do want to see it. I plan to watch DBZ. I just haven't exactly gotten around to it yet. In the same vein, Davis Plays said, why haven't you seen Fairy Tail yet? The reason why I haven't seen Fairy Tail is literally the exact same as why I haven't seen Dragon Ball. It's just super duper long. Haven't had the chance to get around to it. And actually, I did see the first like 10-ish episodes of Fairy Tail way back in the day. But that was so long ago, I really don't remember much from it. I do want to watch it. It's just I haven't gotten around to it. It's just such a long show. Change Your Twitter Theme Month said, what is your credit card number, expiration date, and security code? Also, what is your social security number? It would mean a lot to me if you answered honestly. Dude, how could I not? How could I not answer honestly for a dear viewer like you? Let me just grab my wallet real quick. Rocket said, are we the Frankfurters or the Lapras Legion? Lapras Legion, 100%. I know Vinny just invented this Frankfurters thing, and as funny as it is, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no correlation. Lapras Legion, you guys are my boys, not the Frankfurters. We are not a foot channel. Rad Bandon asked a bunch of questions, so we're gonna kind of go rapid fire through them. He says, your favorite restaurant? Probably Red Robin. What's your favorite color? Light blue. It used to be green, now it's more so light blue. I'm digging it. How high/long do you plan to grow your YouTube channel / online career? As much as I possibly can. What are your plans after high school? Keep doing YouTube, keep trying to grow, keep doing the diggy darn thing. I'm going to go to college for about 4 years, probably going to major in computer engineering. That's the current goal, that's the objective. If your mascot wasn't Lapras, what Pokemon do you think your channel mascot would be? Probably Mega Sableye. Have I been noticed? Dad, I think that counts you as noticed. Check off the list, boy. Woo! Bucket list. Oh, he also said, any tips on getting into Twitch streaming? Literally just start, just go, just do it. The best way or the best advice that I have for small streamers, besides the obvious, like always try to be improving and be consistent and what's like, don't invest a lot of money into it kind of thing, unless you're certain you're going to keep doing it. Like, you can invest a lot of money, but just make sure you're going to keep doing it before you do. But the biggest tip that I give to smaller streamers specifically is have somebody else in a Discord call with you on that stream, because odds are if you're just starting out, your chat's going to be dead and it's going to be really hard to keep a commentary flowing for a 2-hour time span. Outside of the fact that you're just starting out and probably aren't as experienced with commentating, it's really difficult to keep a commentary going for 2 hours without someone to bounce off of. So I would highly recommend having someone like a good friend of yours in the call. That way you have some sort of conversation going, and then you can acknowledge the chat when people come in. You just want to make sure you constantly have something going on, something to say, that kind of stuff. Just that way when people join, you have someone to engage with. Also, don't focus on the numbers too much. Over time, it grows. You start to build a community, and you just gotta stick with it. That applies to YouTube too. Luke said, about how long did it take you to get 1,000 subs on your channel? I started doing YouTube about 5.5 months ago, so that's why I was wondering. Also, my channel is called Goki Gamer, in case you're interested. Yo, I respect the plug. I'll check you out, man. Thank you so much for your question. I'm going to casually consult my phone here because I actually have the exact dates. I've been keeping track of all my sub milestones. Basically, ever since I started my YouTube career, I've been keeping track of every little thing. I officially hit 1,000 subs on July 19th, 2016. Now, to put into perspective, I started YouTube on May 2nd, 2014. It took me almost 2 years. Actually, no, it straight up did. It took me over 2 years to get to that 1,000 sub mark. I don't want that to discourage you or anything, because what I'm trying to say here is that the first 1,000 subs or the first 100 subs, that's easily going to be like the longest point of your channel, just getting the ball rolling. And that's why so many YouTubers quit, is just because they don't see any growth and then they get discouraged by it. But you just got to stick with it. You got to keep going. You got to try to make the best possible content. You got to network, all that great kind of stuff. And that will eventually get your ball rolling. And then once that ball does get rolling, it is going to roll. Like, it's going to, like Sonic, it's going to roll down the hill. And just to put it into perspective, at least from my personal experience, I hit 1,000 subs after over 2 years on July 19th, 2016. And then literally a couple of months later, let's see, July, August, September, like 2 months later, I hit 2,000 subs. So 2 years over 2 years to get the first 1,000, only 2 months to get the second 1,000. Put that into perspective, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty insane, which, by the way, I can only thank you guys for that. Thank you. Genuinely, just looking at these dates here, it's actually ridiculous looking back on it. But yeah, and in terms of why that happened, I think it really came down to I started collabing with Vinny. We started doing Soul Link, and also that was about the time when my content got good, to be totally honest, because before that I was messing around. I was really like, that's genuinely why it took me so long to get that first 1,000 subs, is because my content when I first started off was garbage. I was doing Minecraft stuff, my voice was super high pitched, it just was not great stuff to watch. So that's why I always say keep improving, and the sooner your content gets great, the sooner you're going to be able to grow like that. Next up, we got a question from King Nova Gaming. They said, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? By the way, remember when you had a Giratina? I don't know the answer to either of those questions. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this Q&A part 2 up right about here. I think that should be good. I'm trying to make these episodes a little bit over 10 minutes. Hopefully they end up being that length. It's kind of hard to tell based on just the time code alone, but thank you so much for your support. You guys are incredible. Once again, as I said, we're going to keep going with this series. We're going to have a bunch more parts coming up. Basically, I'm going to keep going until I run out of questions, so be sure to peep the channel in a couple of days, or maybe tomorrow. I honestly don't know. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these one-off videos for while I'm gone. Thank you guys for your support, as always. You guys are incredible. Hit that like button down below, comment, peep the merch, AstroidMerch.shop. You already know what's up. Subscribe for more, all that great kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.